Rumors about the Dallas housing market are spreading like wildfire. But what's actually true? Wait, am I one of the ones spreading rumors? Some say we're in for a major crash and life will never be the same. Some say Dallas is only following the trends of its previous years. We'll keep listening as we gather actual facts and find the opposing truths to the 3 top lies about the Dallas housing market. Well, hello, this is Wendy Pinnell, and today we're shutting down 3 major lies about Dallas with actual, dependable facts. So let's kick it off with lie number 1. There's nothing new or unusual about what's going on in the Dallas housing market. You know, with that, you're going to hear things like, well, corrections happen in Dallas all the time. Well, for those of you who aren't sure which news feed to believe, let's look at the numbers from the last several years and find out the truth. Now, if you've watched our video on the 3 most shocking facts about Dallas, you saw that the number of homes sold in DFW has seriously bottomed out. Hello? Is anyone there? In fact, Dallas Business Journal crunched some numbers and found out that closed home sales in October were down 37% in Dallas and Collin counties compared to the same time last year. He went on to say pending sales set to close in November are down 44% year over year in Dallas County and 39% in Collin County. So what do these numbers tell us? Well, volume is incredibly low in Dallas, okay? It's crickets out there. According to the Dallas Business Journal, we haven't seen sales volume this low since the Great Recession. At this point, some of you are probably on the verge of freaking out. I mean, will the Dallas economy ever be the same again? Yes, it will be, and I'll tell you why with lie number 3. So don't go anywhere yet. Okay, so why are sales so low? Okay, why is this even happening? Well, plain and simple, Dallas homes have never been this unaffordable, okay? Don't believe me? Let me show you some numbers to prove it to you. The Texas Real Estate Research Center with A&M uses a ratio of median home price to median family income to assess affordability. In 2011, we were looking at an affordability rate of 2.42. Today, it's 3.99. So affordability is a huge issue in Dallas. Now, the wild part of all of this is that family income has actually increased, okay? The same research center shows a significant year-over-year increase in family income in Dallas. But while it's gone up, so have the interest rates, right? So those 7% interest rates we've been so blessed with are just having a major impact on affordability, especially compared to 2011 when interest rates were 4%. So line number 1, there's nothing unique about this correction. Debunked, okay? We are in a difficult correction that includes record low volume and record unaffordability. That distinction exists and we need to acknowledge it. Okay, let's move on to line number 2. Massive foreclosures are up across the country. All right, well, as interest rates have shot up, right, and home sales have slowed down, many alleged experts use these kinds of circumstances to share hyped up stories about foreclosure rates skyrocketing across Dallas and even the entire country, right? So yeah, foreclosure rates are up this year compared to 2020 and 2021. But let's take a look at the facts to find out why, okay? Greg McBride, chief financial analyst at Bankrate, shares how foreclosure statistics were artificially low during the pandemic due to foreclosure moratoriums. He also describes how foreclosure levels only look high. He comments that all that's going on here is the current level of foreclosures has only returned to pre-pandemic levels. Jacob Channel, senior economist at LendingTree, says currently foreclosure levels are still below where they were in 2019. And he's right, okay? Adam Data Solutions October 2019 foreclosure report, okay, shows 55,000 foreclosures just for that month, okay? Just for 1 month, just for October. Meanwhile, their report for the entire year of 2022 shows a total of 92,000 foreclosures, okay? So we're talking 55,000 for 1 month in 2019 versus 92,000 for an entire year in 2022. So essentially being up 187% in foreclosures from last year actually means we're way lower than the norm. So line number 2 officially debunked, okay? Yes, foreclosure numbers are up, but that's only because foreclosures were non-existent during the moratorium. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about line number 3, housing market apocalypse. Okay, we've seen that today's housing correction definitely has some unique elements too, okay? It's more severe than past corrections, but are we talking an absolute apocalypse housing crash here? All right, well, here's the truth that we've all been waiting for. Will the housing market ever be the same again? And the answer is yes, okay? Dallas is facing some extraordinary circumstances, but its underlying fundamentals are strong, okay? And don't forget, Dallas has a history of volatile price swings, right? This year's are definitely more extreme, but history shows us that Dallas has a history of price swings that always recover. If you've subscribed to our channel and are staying up to date with the current market, you know we've already talked about the roller coaster that is Dallas housing. Wait, hang on, let's back up. Speaking of that, would you mind hitting that subscribe button? Thank you for doing that. Anyway, for the purposes of providing real facts for you, let's go ahead and take a look at the roller coaster, all right? 2017, we saw values up 14%, down 8%, and back up 6%, okay? 2018, values up 15%, down 10%, and back up 4%. 2019, values up 15%, down 8%, and back up 4%, okay? 2020, things started to get weird, right? In 2020, we saw values go up 4%, drop 1%, and then race ahead 12%, okay? Then in 2021, we saw values up 17%, down 4%, right back up 4%. You know, that brings us to December of 2022, where we've seen values jump 18%, drop 10%, and rebound right around like 1 to 2%. Anybody dizzy yet? Now, I know you've heard me say things like strong fundamentals. So what do I mean by that? Well, I'm talking about things like 300 people a day moving into the Dallas area to constantly reinforce demand. And also that the Dallas economy is thriving. So numbers are more drastic this year, okay? It is a tough correction. And maybe it is a good time to buy. I mean, you can get a great deal while these prices are down. But people are pouring into Dallas. And the Dallas job market is who's your daddy kind of strong. Let me show you a little of the Texas labor market review. The review shows a month-over-month increase of 40,000 jobs. Okay, did you hear that? That's not annually. 30 days in Dallas alone this fall, right? Now, our Metroplex, erratic as it may be, is still raking in new residents, new jobs, and ultimately strengthening its economy. And it gets even better than that, okay? This year from January to September, we were looking at an addition of 465,000 jobs, okay? So that's an average of over 51,000 a month. All right, so what have we learned here today? Ordinary correction? No. Massive foreclosures? No. Housing apocalypse? No. Is it even the tiniest bit possible that there's a middle of the road here, that Dallas is going through an unusually extreme correction, but its fundamentals are going to pull it through without a massive catastrophe? Well, I think so. Now, if you need to buy a home right now in the middle of this, thankfully, I made a video on how you can feel confident about your purchase even in this crazy market. So you're definitely going to want to check that out. Now, what are your thoughts about the Dallas housing market? I definitely want to hear it. Comment below. In the meantime, Wendy out.